What is the mission of the State's Attorney's Office? The mission of the State's Attorney's Office is to serve and protect the community. That can be a very complex process. Some of it is the basic way you would think. We actually handle and prosecute crimes in the county. We handle everything from the lowest misdemeanor to the most significant homicides that occur. Typically in this office, we handle about 25,000 cases a year. My favorite number is 0. What I mean by that is I hope that we have no cases to prosecute, whether they're domestic violence, whether they are gang-related offenses, whether there are drug overdoses. 0 is my favorite number. We have non-traditionally handled about 20,000 cases in Montgomery County in the last 4 years. Drug court, mental health court, diversionary programs, they are essential to us achieving our ultimate goal here.
We are the community outreach team. We deal a lot with prevention and we deal a lot with diversion.
Find out what is going on in the community so that we can effectively make positive changes.
Mr. McCarthy started just with 2 schools, the truancy prevention program. That program is now up to 18 schools, which is almost half of the middle schools in Montgomery County.
We have Speak Up Save a Life, which educates the community about the dangers of drug use.
If you go to our website, you will find information about stopping hate. And by that, we're talking about hate crimes. We want to educate people.
Education and prevention is a key part to our job as prosecutors. Getting out in front of the issues, trying to prevent crime before it happens. And that goes into also why the Family Justice Center is so important.
We've actually had people from all around the world travel here to see what we do at the Family Justice Center. This is a model program where we've put together 40 public-private agencies, and we work together to assist the victims of domestic violence. That means not only the victim themselves, but we're also helping them with their children. And we are helping them with housing, with food, with shelter.
We also do a lot of work with elder abuse. We're constantly in the community speaking to groups to talk about how to prevent elder abuse, to look for red flags of elder abuse, and to get out in front of crimes before they even happen.
I have 85 lawyers that work for me. 65% of my attorneys are women. I have 7 different trial teams, and I have 2 deputies, 1 man and 1 woman. These are enormously powerful jobs, and they're not right for everybody. I like to see a person who has a commitment to the community. I like to see a staff that reflects in terms of its diversity, the community that we serve.
We're very fortunate to have on staff a retired judge who served in both the district and the circuit court, and he wears many hats, but one of them is the director of our professional development. So attorneys in the office receive mandatory training every 2 weeks.
There is a great public conversation that's ongoing, and Montgomery County is actively engaged in that conversation to ensure that in the criminal justice system, that race or ethnicity should not serve as a way for how we determine how you were handled when you come into the case. What I did is I reached out, found an organization, PPI, that would come here to Montgomery County and study our processes. They will study our numbers. They will look at how we charge, who we charge, what kind of plea offers we make, what kind of sentences we seek.
This community wants it, and I think they deserve transparency.
It's important for us to be able to be transparent with the community so they can look at our office and not just have us say how we prosecute cases and that we're prosecuting them fairly, but to have people be able to see the numbers that back up how we prosecute cases.
I've been state's attorney since 2006. I think as I sit here today, we may be in the most challenging time. I know what the issues are, and quite candidly, we are light years ahead of almost everybody else, whether it comes to body cameras, dealing with the mentally ill, addressing the issues with marijuana, decreasing the jail population. During the years that I've been state's attorney, the average daily population in the jail when I became state's attorney was 906 prisoners a day. Now it's about 570. Everything we do, whether it's education, whether it's treatment, whether it's prosecution, whether it's working on legislation, all of the objectives should always be, will this truly make our community a better place? And I have always been inspired by a quote from Justice Robert Jackson. The The prosecutor has more control over life, liberty, and reputation than any other person in America. Their discretion is tremendous. A prosecutor can have no better asset than to have their profession recognize that their attitude towards those who feel their power has been dispassionate, reasonable, and just. Every time I talk to men and women who work for me, I end with this. That's how I want them to do their jobs.